Welcome, Nick. Great having you here.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for having me.
We first met, what was it, about 8, 9, 10 years ago?
Yeah, it was. It would have been 9.5 years ago.
Yeah, soon after OGB opened, right?
Yeah, May 2016.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
Far out. So much has happened since then.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Saying to you before, don't know where the 9 years has gone.
Just
It's been a busy time.
a journey, yeah.
Yeah,
So you've gone from one venue to how many?
Currently working on my 8th venue, so that's in Nelson. So looking to open that end of September.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, cool. What kind of format's that one?
It's going to be a mix of OGB and church.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's going to be live music, that sort of real kind of brew pub style like the church is, but then also with the flavours of OGB. Like there's a market in Nelson for a lot of over 40s that want to go out for a spicy marg in the afternoon and nice cocktail. So we'll try and deliver that in a quality cocktail for the people of Nelson.
Yeah,
so,
cool. How good.
And I figured, well, if I can't get the Christchurch people during the summer because they all go to Nelson for their holidays, we'll get their wallets up there.
Track them down. I
Track
like
them
that.
down, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That'll be interesting having one out of town.
Yeah, it'll be our first. It's a big risk, obviously. So even civil, naval, and the Prebilton are still 20-minute drives away. So for us, normally having central city bars, you can walk around them, but to drive to a venue is challenging because it's distance, right? So this is a flight or a 5-hour drive away. So it's going to be a good test for us, and we can take the same process and systems up there and hopefully make it work. Then it's exciting to know where else we might end up.
Totally. Yeah. Is it owned by you, or is it a JV, or how does it work?
The building or
just the business up there?
Yeah. So we've just basically their current operator sort of walked away from his lease, and we've sort of basically walked in and bought the chattels and what's there, and we're starting fresh, starting again. New liquor license, new fit out, new branding, new name, new concept. So we've sort of gone with Francis Nelson. So when I was thinking of now, I love old. It's a big 1938 Art Deco building, so it's a big old beautiful building in Nelson. So Lord Nelson, I didn't feel quite fitted that era, but then we sort of looked into who his wife was, and she was called Frances Nelson, but she was known to everyone as Fanny. So we thought, well, Fanny's that's fun. So we'll call it Fanny's Pub.
Yeah, right.
And so it's called Fanny's, and it's honouring basically Frances Nelson's name, who was quite a character, and she was married to Lord Nelson for quite some time. He obviously became a lord, so he wanted a lady. So poor old Fanny, he went and slept with a Lady Emma. So sort of as the story went, so she went through a bit of a rough time, old Frances. So we thought we'll celebrate her in the form of a pub. Yeah.
How good.
Yeah.
Wow. And so when you first started way back, was this the plan originally? Was to scale to beyond that, or was it to...
Yeah, I've always been inspired by there's a company in Sydney called the Mirabelle Group. So just you'd go to Sydney and you'd go to a bar and you'd sort of know if it was a Mirabelle Group bar venue. So I sort of got quite... I was attracted to that concept. And when I had OGB, I mean, the initial plan was to build a bar for my dad because my father passed away, and he was always the one telling me that I was a natural host. You love throwing parties at home. You'd build a bar at your house. Why don't you build a proper bar? So when he passed away in 2013, there was obviously post-earthquakes, and there's a lot of opportunities in Christchurch. So I sort of took up the lease at the old government building. I had an apartment upstairs, which was quite handy at the time because I sort of bought that thinking that I'd eventually lease the downstairs for the bar that I had sort of been dreaming about for so long. So I had the proposal to call it the OGB. At the time, living in Perth, I was working as a carpenter over in Western Australia, and we used to go to this pub called the OBH, the Ocean Beach Hotel, and it was just a great time.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, OBH, old government building, OGB. And back then I was like, OGB doesn't have the same ring as OBH. But actually, I think OGB has a better ring now than OBH.
Now that it's
normalised,
it's just
right?
taken
Taken that time to cement itself, and it's like just OGB just just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Those 3 letters.
Yeah, totally. Wow. Just take a quick moment to say thank you to one of our sponsors, Gerard's Insurance. I am a Gerard's customer and I am absolutely thrilled to be working with them. They're speedy, efficient, and they just get it done. So get in touch with Gerard's, you won't regret it. And so what does that look like on a day-to-day basis? Have they all got managers? Are they like, how does it work?
Yeah, so I sort of just to answer your question, sorry. It was like, I was in OGB, I was working 7 days, I was opening, I was closing, I was myself and maybe 4 or 5 other staff, and it was hard work, like coming from building, construction, that's a tough industry, but hospitality is brutal, so I'm like, oh man, this is hard work. I'd rather go back and put the tool belt on. So I was mopping the floor one morning, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and I was like, it must be an easier way. So I thought, I'm either going to do this for the rest of my life and just operate the one venue and be that friendly publican that everyone knows, and it's how I met you, and just always hosting and looking after people, or do I try and grow a hospitality company and learn how to delegate, have managers in each venue, and have a parenting company that owns all the bars. And so that's sort of when Inkster Company was formed. And Inkster Company was sort of formed because at the time I was heavily watching Peaky Blinders.
Oh, yeah.
And I just loved the Shelby Company, the Shelby Company. So I was like, and everyone said they had quite a unique last name, being Inkster. So I thought, well, Inkster Company. So Inkster Company was born, yeah. And then just sort of grown from there.
Yeah, right. Wow. And has there been any like standout high points, low points over that 8-9 years?
Yeah, definitely. Like end of 2019, I took on 2 business partners. So Andrew and Richard Norton, good friends of mine from the Limited Rugby Club, who have got experience in hospitality. They had the Spates Ale houses and they were involved in Soul Square pre-earthquakes. So they bought into Inkster Company because they were looking to grow as well, and so was I. And we thought, well, let's not compete against each other. Christchurch is not that big. It's also not too small, but it's, we don't want to be, let's join up. So we joined forces. So 3 of us are involved in Inkster Company. So that was at a time just before COVID. And that was a tough time because even before COVID, I was going through a little bit of a restructure. I sort of grew the business quite quickly from the time I met you to end of 2019. And, there was times where I probably wasn't ready to grow, but I did just to, keep moving. So, with that, there was growing pains. So sort of, there was a little restructure at one point, with terms of the business model and what we were doing. And I had other bars I was trying to get off the ground, and OGB was such a beast at the time. We'd taken on a lot of leases, which was just a lot of, outgoings for the one bar. So it was good timing to bring on some partners who sort of are a little bit sort of probably not level-headed, but more conservative than me, but more safe,
Yeah.
They will look at the worst possible outcome rather than me looking at the best outcome.
Sounds like a good combo.
So so it's a great combo. So it's a really great relationship. So it works really well. I'm like, yes, and they're like, no, hang on, So so it works really well. And then obviously then we rolled into COVID, and I sort of seen COVID as well. Like, this is a terrible time, but we'll get through this. So instead of sitting on the couch watching Netflix like everyone else during those times, I was sort of busy building Austin Club and Paddy McNaughton's. So coming out of the COVID pandemic, we almost doubled the business with opening Austin Club. We bought Civil Naval in Littleton.
Oh, yeah.
And then we opened Paddy McNaughton's. So all of a sudden OGB went from 1 to 4. And we're like, hang on, it's got 4 venues now. So, but they're little venues, but their branding's so powerful. It sort of all added to OGB, and it just added, they're all same but different with the old style theme, old buildings. OGB's a 1913 old government building. You've got the church, which is the Trinity Church, which is the oldest stone building in Christchurch. The stone on the church was from 1864, so it makes it the oldest stone building before the Arts Centre, before Christ College. So it's sort of it's quite unique, and then Paddy McNaughton's was the old Shands building, which is the oldest wooden building in Central City. So
wow,
it's the 1850 old weatherboard, 2-story building, which sort of just for me just lent itself to an Irish pub. Just had, it was already painted green. Let's turn into an Irish pub. So yeah, so they were probably my toughest times pre-COVID, I'd say, just with sort of growing quickly, but then having to pull back and realise, okay, it's good to grow, but you've also got to grow calculated and sort of sensibly. So I guess that's what the Northern's brought and Inkster company is. They were keen to grow, but let's grow sensibly, not stupidly. So,
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it, with growth? Like it often feels uncomfortable or scary, or, like each leap is a new frontier, right?
Mm.
And I guess it's just managing that and, as you say, not being reckless, but also having some, calculated growth.
Yes, yeah.
Rather than reckless growth.
Yeah, and letting the numbers, the data doesn't lie, right? So just letting the numbers tell their story and trusting the numbers, believing the numbers and not ignoring the numbers, So there was, big learnings along the way is trust the numbers, trust the system. So, and if you do that, you'll grow at the natural pace where you should be heading,
Yeah, I'm big on that, just visibility,
Yeah.
Not
visibility.
Optimism's good, like I love that
Yeah.
too, but I think also having clarity and awareness on those.
Hey, quick interruption. When I'm not podcasting, I'm working on growing out and working with clients as my main role as a business coach. Right now, I'm looking to meet more fellow business owners. The reason is simple. The more people I know, the more value I can bring, whether it's through coaching, the podcast, or just connecting good people. If you're based in Christchurch, let's grab a coffee. If you're further afield, let's jump on a call. Now, let's get back to the episode.
Also actuals, like it's all very well sometimes looking at numbers, but, with your P&Ls and your monthly, profit and loss, but if not everything's in there, it's not actual.
No.
So it might look great.
That's it.
But then, hang on. Where was that invoice? Where's that? Like, no, actually, we didn't make money that month.
Yeah, totally.
So it's all those sort of things too. So it's about getting the right relationship with the accountant and making sure she or he, they understand the business too. Because hospitality, there's so many moving parts to it. So many moving parts. And, the biggest thing right now in hospitality is wages, wage cost. It's just, when I started OGB, it's like, the rule of thumb is wage cost should be under 30%. You should be doing 25%. And that's where you've got to hit, 25% to 30%. If you're over 30, you're losing money.
Right.
Now we can't get a wage cost under 35%.
Wow.
So it just shows you in those 9 years how things have, so with that, obviously everything else has to go up,
Mm-hmm.
So it's just all those challenges that, and we need the staff because the staff is what makes the bars, it's hospitality, it's service, it's being hospitable. So our staff are huge, we're currently sitting at around 140 staff in the group, and they're all employed and paid by Inkster company. They're paid every Tuesday, every week, and it's a lot going on, Monday in the office is a busy day for the payroll and the accounts, and but that's sort of why I kind of, I guess keep going really, because every Tuesday I feel really good once all the staff are paid,
Yes.
So it's a good feeling, it's just about creating jobs, and it's, for me, I love creating bars and building new projects and venues, but with that you hire a whole new group of people. Like in Nelson, we're going through hiring staff, and there's a whole new pool of people there that I don't even know.
That's cool.
It's really cool. We've hired a venue manager, and he's South African, and he's a local in Nelson, and just in his network of people up there, it's powerful.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then at the same time, we've got all the staff under the group that can then go to Nelson for summer. They want to work in the pub because they want to change the scenery.
Yes.
So we can move them around, which creates interesting, and it's always exciting. They don't just get stuck in the same venue. They've got the opportunity to move around, which I think is really exciting for the group.
Yeah, I guess that's the culture and the workplace environment. Do you get them together often across the multiple?
So once a year we have a Inkster company staff party.
Oh yeah.
So, and it's quite funny because they all come in and they all still stay in their groups. It's like school.
Right.
You got the Austin Club group there. You got Paddy's over here.
Yes.
You've got Church here. It's so it's like guys, come on, mingle. You all know each other, kind of.
Yes.
They're all tight in their own home groups, like which is their own home venues. But yeah, it's funny. There's a couple staff that move around quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're sort of so like they can work in all environments. They can make cocktails, they can pour beer, they can do everything, right? So we sort of like to move them around, and they're just great, great people. They just love, you know, they're hosts. So it's nice to have them in all the venues. And these guys are kicking in, or you know, these Hansa or Dan. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, nice.
It works really well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a notoriously difficult industry, right? Like everyone talks about it. I guess I think there's definitely businesses that are more complex and harder than others. Hospitality probably is up there.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's the hardest industry or the toughest, because I'm not sure. But coming from construction and building, and I had a small building company at the time. It was pre-earthquakes, and that was hard. But yeah, I think hospo, there's just so many things to think about, and when you're opening a new venue, it's like, holy hell. And it's just about trying to consolidate those payables, and trying to get them to be on direct debits, because we like to be ahead of the game. And if they're not on direct debits, they just, come back to haunt you, you know what I mean? And they're normally the small guy or the small company that won't do a DD. But I'm like, we'll supply you, but you need a DD.
Right.
Oh, really? What? So we get paid? I'm like, yeah, well, that's sort of where we are now, where we want to be bar of choice, we want to be company of choice, group of choice. If you're not on a DD, you won't get our business, because we don't want to be having overdue invoices.
No.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
That's where we're at now, which is an exciting place for the business. It means we're in a place where, moving forward, we know if we can open the next bar, because it's actuals,
Mm-hmm.
We're all up to date, we're current, we don't have all this money owing to people, suppliers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
But obviously with that, it's challenges, because, with that you need cash flow, you need revenue. So coming through winter, when revenue's down, it's like, oh man, a few DDs came out today. Will we have enough for the wages tomorrow, So
yeah.
There's all those sort of challenges too. So
yeah, right. What is the swing between winter and summer?
Oh, massive. Like for my bars, I'm fortunate, I guess. Winter is not too bad. Like the church, for example, is a unicorn. It's all year round. Summer, it's just unbelievable, but it's, consistent all year round. OGB's similar, but it's got such a big courtyard out the front, so it's quite seasonal. So it really struggles in winter. If it's cold, who's going to sit outside, even with all the heaters and blankets we can supply? So that's a problem. And then inside's the footprint's not huge, so the bums on seats is not what we'd be getting normally if they were sitting out in the courtyard. So that's an issue. Christchurch has always been quite seasonal. We do get a lot of tourists in Christchurch. You don't think that tourists come to Christchurch, but they do. So, come summer with the cruise ships now and people coming through Christchurch is vibing. It feels good. It's new. It's clean. It feels tidy. So tourists are loving it. So I've noticed the last few summers since COVID, tourism's coming back strong. So really looking forward to this summer. I feel it's going to be this summer and into 26 is going to be Christchurch's golden year, I reckon.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I've noticed a massive uptake as well, working in the city and just the key infrastructure projects that are getting finished off.
Yes.
And a few like those medium sort of size ones as well.
Yep.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
A lot of those empty lots are getting infilled now.
Yeah, they are. And it's great to see, I do like all the apartments on the Greenbelt there, like right in the city, because it creates, people walking around, whether they're residents or they're Airbnbs or they're short stays, they're still getting out and walking around the city and they're spending money. So it's only positive, I think.
Totally.
Everyone talks about the stadium, and that's opening in April, and that's, I don't think we know what's coming. Like when Orange Theory or Apollo Projects, say, has the Kiwis, like they did last year with the Kangaroos, sold out 17,500. Same with the Warriors game we've had this year. 17,000 in Apollo, Addington. the city can't handle that when they all come to town for a drink. You imagine 30, 35,000 across the road.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's great, but I know I'm getting ready. But I don't think most people don't know what that's going to look like, which is really exciting. All those people on foot walking around the city. It's going to be so good.
It's going to be game changing.
It's game changing, you know. So it's an opportunity for everyone to try and, you know, jump on board and, you know, capitalise and have Christchurch, you know, at the forefront. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how it's going to work infrastructure wise. Like I wonder about that, you know, public transport and parking and just what it's going to look and feel like, you know, where our office is just right next to it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be cool, but I also do wonder how it's going to all play out, right?
You have to, leave early on game day if you're not going to the game or
stick
whatever.
around.
Yeah, stick around. But, you know, I heard this morning on the radio that something to do with they're going to bring back rail. So they're going to, the trains will become passenger, and they'll be bringing people from Ashburton through Rolleston, Selwyn into the central city, same from Rangora, North Canterbury. So those, you know, cargo trains will become passenger trains. So you'll be able to jump on a train.
Wow.
Which is how cool, right?
That's cool.
When you go to Europe and go to the World Cups over there and you go by train.
Yeah.
And the train's a vibe. Everyone's partying. The train's a good time. So, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
And it's going to bring, you know, when you talk Selwyn and, you know, Waimak councils, even Hiranui with Christchurch City, it's you know, it's a super city really. You know, it's growing, so it's exciting to see all those people who will have the opportunity to come into the city on a train and experience the nightlife and stay the night or whatever, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. A couple of new hotels on the way too, right?
Yeah.
Coming together.
Yeah, no, it's looking good.
Have you noticed a big or significant uptake in alcohol-free drinks in the last couple of years?
Yes, yeah, we have. They're a bit of a phase, you know, like, yes, they're no alcohol, but I think they've got more crap in them and carbs than a normal beer, so people drink them. And I actually tried one the other day because I always think, oh man, I need to somehow I'm waiting for 0% to come on tap, so then I can just have my pint and it's a beer.
Right.
It's zero.
Yes.
At the moment, zero's in a bottle, and I don't want to walk around with a bottle of zero in my hand. It's not very hospitable, is it?
No.
When you're trying to get everyone else to buy it.
No, that's
an alcoholic drink.
Whereas in a pint, nobody does, right?
So it's a wee while. Yeah, there's something with the whole brewing process that 0% doesn't pour on tap with, you know, CO2. So they're working on that. So hopefully one day you'll see zero on tap. That's when you might see me drinking a zero. But no, look, they're kind of a bit of a fad. I see. You know, some the Corona's a nice one. It tastes very similar. There's a few craft ones like Emerson's do a nice. Little Bird, Garage Project do a nice one. So there's some really nice zero beers out there. But sort of, you know, what are you drinking? You know, it's sort of like it's still like drinking probably a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even though it's got zero alcohol in it, but yeah.
What else has it
You're
got?
probably better off just having a nice soda and lime.
Yeah, that's
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Much better.
Is it a dangerous thing owning bars? Is it?
Look, it is very
you get
dangerous.
used to it?
I'm pretty.
You're immune now.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Look, I love a pint, love a beer. I'm not going to deny that. But yeah, it is hard work. You've just got to be disciplined. Big thing too is you're around food all the time too, and just, you know, snacking on bar food, pub food, which is always, you know, most of it's, you know, it's deep fried, and it's, even if it looks healthy, it's still restaurant. You know, it's, you know,
Pretty high cal.
it's not what you're going to make at home if you're trying to be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just trying to, like, you know, be disciplined around that. Go home and cook yourself a nice meal instead of just having it in the bar on your way home, on your way out, sort of thing.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, drinking's a big thing that my big thing when I opened OGB was I never wanted to be seen as that drunk bar owner. So I never want my staff to see me drunk. Yeah, they've seen me tipsy and happy, and, you know, but over the 9 years I can probably touch wood and say that I've kept that pretty true, you know.
Yeah.
I sort of pride myself on never being drunk in the bars, and if I am, I know when to pull myself out.
Yeah. I think it's a bit of a leadership thing, isn't it?
It is a leadership thing, and
Yeah.
the staff like to see you drinking because, they look at me and I look at them and they go, I'm like, so they like, here you go, so,
Totally.
they like to see me mingling and happy with the customers. So
Yeah,
it all,
totally.
it all starts from there,
Yeah,
So,
100%.
and the last thing I want to be then is telling them how to do their job after I've had a few pints. It's not how it should be. So
Yeah.
and I trust the managers. I've got great venue managers in each venue, so they're the boss. They run the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the owner, but I'm there, not telling them how to do their job, especially in front of other people. We'll leave that to the office and the Monday to Friday where we have our meetings and we go through all the numbers and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty hands-on / in it, right? Like you're often around,
I
and it's
am.
really good. Like it's a cool approach. I guess it's quite different than other venue chains, right?
Yeah, it is very different.
So that's cool.
I think because I builder by trade, so I do a lot of the maintenance too. Like I've got a van that's just got tools in it really just to fix petty stuff. That's this little stuff every day.
No doubt.
And it just grinds you down. And if the staff see you fix something, it actually makes their day. Sometimes it's so petty, I'm like, don't worry about that. I'll sort it out when I get time. But, it means a lot to them if you get onto it. So I do try and action the maintenance quite quickly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing worse than trying to operate a broken bar.
Well, again, I think it just speaks to leadership and that, that saying like how you do one thing's how you do everything.
Yeah.
So I think if you look after those details and show that you care and that you're really wanting to have a high standard, I think it probably trickles down, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's, starts with, uniform, staff wearing uniform. I'm big on uniform. You go into a bar and you go into an Inkster company bar, the staff have a uniform on. It's that identity of where you are, and if they've got uniform on and they're wearing the uniform correctly, I know they're on. But if I go in and they've got their hat, say, to the side or back to front, or they're not wearing it properly,
yes.
I know they're not engaged properly in what they're doing. So it's a great the uniform is a big thing for me. It's a great indicator of where the staff are at and how they're performing.
Yeah, that's always been a big thing, right? Right from the start, isn't it? Like I remember I don't know if the uniforms are still the same at OGB.
Yeah, they are still the same.
Yeah, really well done, right?
Yes.
Well designed.
Yeah. There's a few staff at the moment saying, should be due a change up.
Yeah.
So we'll look at that. But OGB's the cheese cutter, the suspenders. It's a unique shirt with pinstripe with a pocket,
Yes.
But it's getting harder and harder to buy that shirt now because, you used to have to go into Hallensteins and get a whole heap of them, but now it's like we have to order them online and get them delivered. It's a bit of a, and so it's just, might relook at it. Church and the other pubs a bit more. They've still got the Inkster Company cheese cutter, but they'll be in a T-shirt or a checkered shirt but it sort of identifies them to that venue. And Austin Club's different again. They're sort of in their white shirt with a tie and a waistcoat, which is that sort of cocktail, sort of post-war 40s sort of look. Yeah.
But like in New Zealand, right? How they change the uniform every couple of years.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. So might be something in that, but it'll still have the same idea, just potentially a different look. Yeah. But then uniform is another cost. I
was just thinking. I guess
a lot of hospitality venues. Like when you're looking at P&Ls and you think, what can we cut out here? A lot of hospital will be like marketing, uniform, Well, the other things I keep first. I'll never get rid of them. Marketing, top of the list. Uniform, because for me it's brand. It's all about brand, and brand is so strong. For me, everything is brand. Like if you have a strong brand, it's about everything should sort of fall into place because you sort of resonate with big brands around the world, right? So
totally.
So yeah, I'm very much into the logos, the brand, how that looks, how that feels. Does it suit the venue? Yeah.
Well, that was how we met originally, right?
Yeah.
One of those first videos.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was just iconic. I just remember that video to this day, right? Like it was so good. But you're right. I think that is what differentiates you, isn't it?
Yeah.
From a one-off bar that's doing things haphazardly versus a really concise, tight, clearly branded venue,
Yeah,
night and day.
that's right. Yeah.
How's your technology uptake been? You guys using any cool tech or?
Yes. Well, I'm sort of quite separated from that. I sort of don't try not to get too involved in. I'm sort of more operational, on the ground, on the floor, staff. You know, making sure the bars run. In terms of the back house office, I mean, it's pretty. You know, we use Outlook, Office. You know, we've got payroll system setups. But yeah, it's exciting the last few months to see our AI coming into it.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
It's wild. So like, you know, my marketing girls now are kind of making posters through ChatGPT,
Yeah.
whatever, you know. So
Crazy, right?
crazy, you know. And I'm like, don't do that because you might be out of a job soon. Just jokingly, you know.
Get good, but not too good.
Yeah. But it's changed their jobs massively.
Massively.
Yeah, massive. So for me, like my sort of role, my day-to-day hasn't changed what I do, but it's definitely changed how the office operates, which is exciting.
Yeah, called a venue the other day to make a booking, and it was a AI assistant that answered the phone and tried to make the booking, and they're like, "We're sorry, there's nothing available at that time." You know, just absolutely impressive stuff. And it was cool to see it in the real world. You know, like ChatGPT's on your phone, and it's sort of almost like this concept that's not really real, right? Like whereas to interact with it in real life, it was pretty crazy.
So that's interesting.
And just how accurate it was. Like it wasn't annoying, or it wasn't like, you know, those systems that, they just are frustrating.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool. So well, I mean, there you go. But for me, like that's sort of taken the personality out of hospitality, you know. And I know when the phone rings in the bars, it's annoying, especially if they're busy and the stuff like, oh God, that phone won't stop ringing. And I'm like, well, someone's got to answer it because that's business right there.
That's money,
That's money. That's revenue. You know, that's someone that's probably wants to book a table, or you know, and they want to chat to somebody. They want to talk to that person who's in the bar who knows the venue. So yeah, interesting.
Bit of a balance though, isn't there?
Yeah,
you know, like if there's an opportunity to streamline things and just to make things easier and like have a better experience for the customer than.
Yeah, well, we've sort of created an Inkster company loyalty app. So it's just an app on your phone. So you can download the app and you can start getting points. And then every 100 points, you get emailed a $25 reward voucher.
Oh yeah, nice.
So that's working really well. But that's sort of now linking all the venues together, and it's creating a database, you know, so it's like quite powerful. But yeah, there's things on that now where, you know, you'll get, say Dragon, they played at the church last Sunday, right? So you'll get a pop-up notification saying Dragon's playing. Have you got your ticket? You know what I mean?
Yeah, cool.
It's pretty cool stuff for a bar, you know?
Yeah.
So, say more, All Blacks this Saturday. Come watch it at the church or whatever, you know?
Totally.
Fox and Ferret, you know? So yeah, it's cool.
And it's all people need sometimes, right? Like
just
that reminder.
That reminder, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like your reminder this morning about the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just that real nuanced art though, is how to make it useful and good and not annoying and clunky and punishing. You know? So it's just a fascination of mine, is how do you interweave it into your business and brand.
Yes. Yeah. And it's trying to be ahead of the game too, and looking like we are sort of, you know, like be seen to be sort of using the latest technology and bringing it into the bars and trying to create the experience, you know.
Do you still do the password system at Austin Club?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Something I've stayed kind of quite staunch on. It's like it's more of a it's not a roadblock, but some people think it's a roadblock. No, I'm not going down there. I don't know the password. I'm like, well, just ask the bouncer. He's not going to not tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He does want to sell you a drink.
He does want to get you down there. But no, that's been great. Like Austin Club has the most following out of all the bars on Instagram because of that password, right?
Right, yeah.
So everyone's got to go follow and get it on Instagram or the website or whatever, where it's on all three channels. So yeah, it's worked really well for that.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it keeps it niche. And people actually from out of town, we've got to find that bar that you need the password, and they will just go there to experience the password.
Bit of a talking point.
Yeah, you know, it's like those. Yeah, I mean, you build a fence, people want to climb over it. You know.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
You put something in the way, they'll get through it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been quite cool.
Have you surely you've thought about doing one of those bars where you walk through some random store and it's
Yeah,
a secret? Sort of
yeah,
thing?
yeah, definitely. Well, I had sort of, because I built my laundromat, I've sold it now, but the laundromat is in the Cathedral Junction.
Oh yeah.
But it was initially in New Regent Street. So that was where Gin Gin is now.
Oh yeah.
So I had my laundromat downstairs and we're building a bar upstairs. So that was the concept, but then COVID hit.
Oh, that's right.
And I had Austin Club half built and it was going to be called Barbara Frank's. So Barbara Frank's was the bar upstairs, but you'd walk through the laundromat to go upstairs. So you'd be like, and there'd be like we were going to do this here, door over the stairs. So it'd be like a cupboard. So you'd open the cupboard and walk up the stairs to Barbara Frank's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're speakeasies. I love a speakeasy.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah. But then obviously with COVID, we had to choose. We were going to do both, or we were going to do one, or none. So we chose to do Austin Club. And yeah. So yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you reckon the next 8 years is going to look like if you were to have a crystal ball?
Well, I'm 41 now, so I'm sort of and still single. Got my dog, Winston.
Oh yeah, Winston.
I need to start prioritising me, you know. I need to start prioritising myself and potentially, you know, partner. Need to sort that out.
Need to find one of those.
Need to find one first.
Yeah.
It's tough, you know, like girls think, you know, they can handle hospitality and they don't understand, you know, so it'd be nice to find someone that's kind of from that industry.
And understands
it maybe.
Yeah.
Potentially.
So if we've got any listeners.
Yeah. Sorry, this wasn't pitching, but yeah, started rambling there. But yeah, you know, like, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I think that's going to help.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you know, I don't know what this next decade will bring. I want to build the company to a size where, you know, there's always an exit, you know, so always look into, you know, everything's for sale, you know what I mean? So,
Totally.
especially when it's going to make your life easier, you know. I'm living my dream, but I still, you know, 7 days, but I can do what I want, but I'm still 7 days and I'm still 7 days thinking about the business.
Yeah.
Because it's my business, you know, and it's, you know, you've got business partners to think about and you know what I mean? It's you know, a lot going on and it's, you know, I'm pretty good at not getting stressed out or not worrying about too much because, you know, but yeah, it's about, I guess, just controlling the now and being present in now and being present with what we have and managing new builds the best we can and then sort of running them the best we can really. So yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of a balance, isn't it, between the present day and not being too distant in the future, but then also having one eye on it, right? Like it's important to know roughly where you're going.
Yes, but, yeah. We're sort of, I mean, we when the Nordens bought in, we had a 5-year plan, so we're sort of at that 5-year plan now. So we're not far off our goals. You know, we sort of, you know, had a projected revenue we wanted to be taking in every week, and with that was going to bring us, you know, how many venues we needed. So we're sort of, we're halfway there basically.
Cool.
So yeah. Well, sorry, it was a 10-year plan, but we're halfway there at 5 years.
Right,
so we know. Sorry, we're sort of. So we know. Okay, we've hit our halfway mark at 5 years, so we're on track.
Yeah.
So the next 5 years, will we grow that quickly? Not sure. Will we grow quicker? Maybe. So it's exciting.
That is cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love hearing that.
Yeah.
No, that's really good.
So yeah, we're tracking where we should be in terms of when we first had the plan thought out, you know, 5 years ago. So
Power of writing things down, right?
yeah, that's right.
It's wild.
And you know, like manifestation too. You know,
Oh, I'm big on that.
yeah, massive on that too. You know, like I managed the Linwood rugby team, which is our Div 1 boys.
Oh yeah.
Sort of that's my hobby, I guess. I did it. I got back involved in the club. Didn't want to play again, but I thought, what are you doing? You're 35. If I want to play at that top level, you know, Div 1, but I'm too old, so I'm not going to play classics. So I'll manage the Div 1 boys. So I got involved in that and manifested about winning the premiership, and we won it last year.
Wow.
You know, so the whole part of that was buying a bus with a group of boys, which was called the Bulls bus.
Yeah.
Sign ride at Linwood Rugby. we go to every away game in the bus. It's our waka. We're going to paddle to the grand final in this bus,
Wow.
And we won the grand final last year, and we made the final this year too. We just lost, but 2 grand finals in a row in 5 years from manifesting a grand final win with the bus was a huge achievement for Linwood. So it's exciting.
Man, that's so good.
It's really cool. Yeah,
I've seen the bus around, and I think I've seen it on your social media as well. It's pretty iconic, right?
It is iconic now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's very iconic. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? They'll talk of manifesting and goal setting, and just how there's like a real blurry line there between logic and woo-woo, and where people sit on that spectrum.
Yes.
I'm a fan of that. I think they're one and the same, right? Like identifying a goal and specifying what you want, and then I guess subconsciously working toward that.
Yeah.
Definitely valuing it.
Yeah, no, massively. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's definitely a thing.
Yeah. So no, you don't think about it all the time, but then when you look back, you think, actually, that happened.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
I was in the loft, the co-working space the other day, and I was looking around. It was like on a Saturday afternoon, right? I'm like, oh shit, I wrote this down. Like, have a cool inner city office with like brick walls and a sit stand desk, and I'm just like looking around. I'm like, oh, far out, it's happened. It's done. I don't know how long ago it was, like maybe a year or two ago, but at that point, just had no idea like where that was going to come from, or no plan in mind. So
interesting.
I think it's cool to abandon logic and not necessarily focus on spreadsheets for a moment, but I guess having both, right?
Yeah, well, that's where I don't focus on spreadsheets. I'm more sort of can do, and I'm sort of glass is half full, it's not half empty kind of guy. So I've always said my probably one of my biggest weapons is being naive to a lot of things. So I'll go into something that's risk, and most people would say no to it, but my naivety is like, well, I'll just do it and
figure it out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't do that all the time now because I've got business partners, but that's sort of how I started, really, is being naive. And if I wasn't naive, I probably would never have opened OGB.
No,
I wouldn't be sitting here today.
You might have overthought it. You might have thought, what if this, what if that,
that's
blah,
right.
blah, blah.
Yeah, no, so I try not to overthink things too much. Yeah.
And does that mean like making fast decisions?
Yeah, I do. So I always make things happen. Like I always said, if you want something done, give it to the busy person, right? So everyone's like, oh man, you're so busy. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? I'm like, well, because I can get it done. Do you know what I mean?
Do you have a method or a way of managing your time, like on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis?
No, I need to. That's why I sort of 3 years ago got myself a puppy, Winston. He's a Leonberger, so he was my reason to sort of escape a bit and manage my time better. So that's worked really well, because when I'm with him, I'm sort of like not, solely work mode.
It's a bit of balance,
Bit of balance. So he brings me balance. He's like a child though, so he's full time.
Talk about iconic, right?
Yeah,
Winston.
Winston's iconic. He's even got his own beer at the pub. Winston's Lager.
Oh man, shit! You made it when your dog's got a beer.
Well, yeah. So yeah, but no, I need to get into a routine. Like routine's important, and I'm quite scattered really. For years, I've had no routine. So I need to start a routine. Love it, because I love a routine. I'm just hopeless at trying to get myself a routine and sorting it out.
Yeah, it is pretty hard, isn't it?
Pretty hard, eh? You know. So I'm now learning, like, I need to just have Saturdays, Sundays off.
Right.
I used to think, I'll have Monday, Tuesdays off or whatever, but that's when all the work gets done in the week, because you work the weekends, but no one else is working the weekends. You can't ring your... You know what I mean? Like, so it's like your emails stop on the weekends, which is quite nice. So I thought, well, okay, the world stops on weekends, I'll stop.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm still in the bars on the weekend though, but when I'm in the bars on the weekend, I'm there to socialise or have a drink or just, just chill.
Different type of work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different time of work.
Yeah.
I still get roped into doing stuff though, like, but that's just, yeah. So I've learned how to relax on the weekends. I used to be quite stressed on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays.
Yeah. Right.
I'm a bit more chill now.
Yeah.
Like Friday for me is like my Monday, right?
Right.
So today's Monday for me, but Monday for me, I love Mondays.
Yeah.
Less people.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about anything in terms of like front of house.
Yes.
The bars are all open, but Mondays historically are quietest days. So they're manageable. So I can get a lot done.
Yeah, I guess you say your schedule, but there's probably like the as you say, like there's the rhythms, right? So there's like the weekend rhythm, and then as you say, there's payroll on Tuesday.
Yes.
And then so like there's probably other larger ones as well, like monthly rhythms.
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah.
you've probably got somewhat of a schedule. It's just
Yeah.
feels sporadic, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my fascinations, right? Because we've all got the same amount of time. You, me, Elon, like the
Yeah.
same amount of time in the day. It's just how you spend it and
Yeah. Yeah.
how much value you can create.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, yeah, we do. You're right.
And I guess like whether you want to talk about doing things or if you want to do things, it's up to you and how you spend those hours and
Yeah. Yeah.
the risks you take. And
But I think too, like for me, especially with growing a business like Inkster Company, is having, staff working in the right places. Like having an office that, I've got an HR, I've got operations manager, I've got payroll, I've got payables, I've got accounts, I've got marketing, I've got functions. So once upon a time, I used to do all those things. Now I don't do any of them. I oversee them, but I don't. So I've got people working hard in all those areas, which is growing the business faster.
yeah,
Sure, it makes the office expense, heavy, but it's exciting to see that the company's growing and Inkster Company's growing. So if it's growing from the top, it's growing from the bottom. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Because as you say, like at the beginning of the journey, you're wearing all those hats and it's just, it's a lot, right?
Yeah, it's a lot.
I guess installing some leverage and getting those right people in the right seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, a different type of heart, I suppose.
And it's, part of when you hire someone, it's you're actually delegating that role, aren't you? Like, I don't want to deal with HR anymore. I'm going to hire an HR person, and they come on board. And yes, I still like to be in meetings and still like to be connected with the staff because it's important and they want me in there, but I don't have to worry about all the little stuff,
The nitty gritty stuff.
And,
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Have you got a like a dream venue?
Yeah, like I sort of, it's funny, it's like I'm not fulfilled. Like the church was my dream venue, right? Like when I opened OGB, live music 7 days a week, outside, inside, in that little bar. Shouldn't really work there, live music, but it does. It's a nice atmosphere. 7 days, live music. And, you're battling with hotels, sound, noise, residents. It's like, oh man. So then out the back of OG was the old church, Trinity, and I was like, man, this would be the perfect live music venue, pub.
Yes.
So that was my dream and that was my mission, to get that restored and rebuilt. And now it's opened, it's just had its 2-year birthday, which is amazing. And we had the Black Seeds and Dragon. And I sort of manifested too, like when we were building the church, we're like, imagine getting like Dragon in here, like those Kiwi bangers,
Yeah.
the John Luck Band, Black
Wow.
Seeds, Troy Kingy, Zed, the Eastern, like Beths, they've all played there
Wow.
in 2 years. It's amazing.
So cool.
So cool, we've got, I can't remember the name. They're playing next Thursday, Rochella. But anyway, they're playing next Thursday and they've sold out. Didn't even know who they were.
Wow.
And I'm being told, oh, Nick, this is the next LAB.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, really? Corella, I think.
Corella,
yeah. Sorry if that's wrong, but yeah, I'll I've got a blank. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge, and like you look back and think where those famous musicians started off now, and they started in, say, a pub.
That's it, right?
And the church is now giving that. It's given to up and coming and the ones that are sort of geriatric on the way out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Dragon, there's one original member left. I'm like, yeah, we're still Dragon. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah. The
Like-
two ends of the curve, right? The beginning and the tail end.
Yeah. I mean, of course, people die, so you're not always not going to be original forever.
That's it.
So yeah. So, but I've churches close to the stadium, But for me, I feel it's still not close enough. So I'm sort of hungry to see what I can get around that stadium in terms of big venue.
Cool.
I think Christchurch is lacking 1,000 pax venue.
Yeah, right.
Church is 500, which is a great size.
Wow.
But there's no venue bigger than that
Yeah,
in
right.
Christchurch at the moment.
Yeah.
So the Holy Grail used to be 700,
Yeah, right.
and that was a beast.
That was a big place.
But, like there are sites where, and you've got then the challenges, well, how are you going to fill it 7 days? Well, you just don't open it 7 days, but it's like we get a lot of function inquiries for over 200, 300, 400 people. And even that's hard to do at the church because, you got to close the venue really because it takes the whole,
Right.
then you're closing to the public. So imagine if you had 1,000 pax venue somewhere near the stadium that you could drive those functions through and, have 1,000 people in on a busy Saturday night pre All Blacks game or whatever, just vibing.
Yeah.
I've experienced that over in the UK and it's just, it's a vibe.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I just want to bring that to Christchurch. And
That's very cool.
yeah.
Have you been to Brisbane?
Yes, I have, yeah.
What's that place on the water? The brew pub?
No, I haven't actually for years. I haven't been to Brisbane hospo scene really it was before I was even sort of looking or interested in hospitality.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There's this massive venue on the river, which is a combination brewery, and they've got like outdoor areas and bean bags and a couple of different sort of sub venues within the main venue.
Yeah, is that near Suncorp? Is it near the stadium?
Not really, no.
Yeah,
I don't think so. But,
I should know
but yeah,
that.
it just made me think of massive venues. And
Yeah, like this. Like I love my small venues. Don't get me wrong, can't beat a small little venue.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work. It's the same work on a small venue than a big venue, right?
Yeah.
It's the same system, same everything. It's just size. So it's just, now we're sort of at a stage where the game is volume, it's revenue. So it's hard to get that out of a lot of venues. We're going to get to our goal a lot slower if we just keep building smaller size pubs. We want to sort of build bigger pubs so we can get there quicker.
Yeah. Would you do anything in Auckland, Wellington? Or what?
Yeah. Looked in Auckland.
Yeah.
Love Auckland, love Wellington. Yeah, Wellington. Yeah, Wellington's going through a tough time with their hospo. So for me, I think that's a good time to go there.
Totally.
To start at the bottom and
100%.
a bit like Nelson. Nelson hospitality is sort of at the bottom at the moment. It used to have a scene. It used to vibe.
Yeah, right.
It was used to pump Nelson, but it's sort of struggled a bit lately. So it'd be nice to hopefully create a scene there with fannies.
Yeah, cool.
Wellington, yeah. Love Queenstown. Love the romance of Queenstown.
Queenstown's great. I was just there over the weekend.
Were you?
So good.
Yeah, it's great, eh?
Some interesting venues down there too.
Cool venues, eh?
Yeah.
They different. It's quite interesting, eh? It's quite different to Christchurch in terms of offerings, but it's
few different formats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot more money down there, obviously. But yeah, obviously they rely heavily on tourism. Where I've always liked Christchurch because we don't rely on tourism. That's for us the icing on the top. Summer's great because it's all the tourists come in, but we've got such a local following because it's just such a livable city.
Yes.
And everyone lives here and they go out and they enjoy what Christchurch has to offer.
Yeah. Those cruise ships must be good, eh?
Yeah.
Are they good or are they
Oh,
not so much for you guys?
no, they're not really. Like
No.
they sort of don't really have enough time, so they'll come off the boat. And some will stay. I mean, I heard a stat like a third stay on the boat, a third stay in Littleton, and a third come to the city.
Right.
So you say you got a boat that's got 2,000 on it,
Right.
you might be getting 700 into the city.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You might get a few having some beers. Yeah.
But then they're in for lunch, so 700. Where are they going to go? They go to the market, Riverside, and then they might find their way to the church for a lunch and a pint because they've heard about it, whatever, OGB. So, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's better than not having them.
Yeah.
It's certainly better than when they were going to Akaroa, because Akaroa, you've never seen them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I think Akaroa are quite pleased about them not coming in. It takes it out of, but yeah, but Littleton's where they should be going, so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. No, it's so exciting. So
Yeah.
good to sit down and have a yarn.
Yeah, no. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I mean, as I said in the car, I just love sitting down with people that are interesting and doing stuff,
Yeah,
right? Building stuff and taking risks.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it's cool because, you know, we've sort of lost track over the years. It's sort of people come and go, especially when you're the publican, right? You're always there, and it's like, well, where's that person gone? I haven't seen him for years.
Totally.
You know, and everyone's moving on with their life. They're getting married, having kids, you know, or setting up businesses. And, you know, so it's really cool to, you know, see because, you know, what everyone else is doing.
Totally.
You know, sort of, you know, brought back some memories, you know, about, you know, 9 years ago, you know, like, it was a funny time in Christchurch. There wasn't much happening, you know. And
No,
Yeah.
so much more, what would be the word? Like subdued, like, just less energy, I think.
Yeah.
I think things have come a huge way since then. So
Yeah. No, it's certainly Christchurch is vibing. Even people in Auckland, they're talking about Christchurch. You know what I mean?
totally.
It's it feels really good.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think we're positioned well for the next few years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the right spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Bloody good.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks very much, Nick.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure having you on. And if you're in Christchurch, you got to go check out one of the venues. Let's name them off. So we got
OGB,
OGB,
Austin Club, Paddy McNaughton's, Civil and Naval, The Church, Fox and Ferret in the Palms, the Pribbleton Hotel, and soon to be Fanny Nelson's in Nelson.
there we go, the big 8.
And then, my business partners, they run Bailey's Bar and the Cranford Ale House.
Oh, yeah.
So they sort of morph into the group too.
Yeah, cool.
So it's,
So 10 options
10 options.
for your pleasure.
Yeah.
Exceptional. Hey, thanks very much. We'll see you again soon.
Cool. Thanks, Dave.
Perfect.
Cheers, mate.